Time to talk winners and losers with our financial expert, Rob Black. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Daria.
Happy 5th. I hope there were no fireworks that were unexpected for you yesterday.
No, it was a great time. In Marin County, local parade. It was nice. It was family driven. It was sweet.
Very nice. I didn't even hear any fireworks go off. I was dead asleep. I hope there's no fireworks this morning, now that we're back to work on Wall Street.
Sadly, there are. First half of the year is over. We're in the second half of the year. And maybe the first half will be defined that we talked to you and I a lot about inflation. Maybe the second half of the year, we're going to be talking about an impending recession. So going from the I word to the R word in Wall Street parlance, it just stresses people out. And recessions are great at wiping out inflation, which is going to happen if we have a recession. You're going to see oil fall, gas fall, food prices fall. It would be a good thing to have a recession, but people don't like me saying that out loud. We're down 4 out of the last 5 weeks. That's worthy of note. Growth stocks like banks and airlines are getting hit today. There was another crypto company that went basically folding. They stopped from you collecting the suspended accounts. They saw 197 million pulled out in the last couple of weeks, and they just couldn't handle the redemption. So crypto's still struggling. Now it's holding 20,000, but it's still struggling. Of note, Turkey, the country, saw 79% inflation compared to our 8 to 9%. So feel bad, but don't feel like you're not Turkish bad, if that makes sense.
Oh, so you always say it could be worse. I want to ask you about millionaires these days, because when I was a kid, I don't know if it was my kid brain or back in the day, when you called somebody a millionaire, I think it meant they made $1 million. Like you were like, you're so rich, you have accrued $1 million. Wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a difference between accruing and being worth. Accruing is the right way of saying it. Your net value is net assets add up to $1 million. So if you have a $500,000 home and $500,000 in stocks, you are a millionaire.
Yeah.
There is a report coming out of San Francisco that takes about $5.1 million to be considered wealthy in San Francisco, which is about $3 million higher than the rest of the United States.
Oh, so that would have been a multi-millionaire back when I was a kid. We would say, oh, he's a multi-millionaire. Now, you're not rich if you have to at least make $5 million here to be rich, to be millionaire.
Yeah, but also think about, if you hear about inflation at 7%, like we've been talking about, $1 million is only about $930,000 of goods. So it does eat away.
Doesn't go as far as it used to.
That's right. Coca-Colas cost more, rents cost more, cars cost more, Warrior tickets cost more.
Oh, so sad. So sad. Okay, we're trying to fill up our gas tanks and you can't buy a Warriors ticket. Let's talk about all the travel delays thinking of gas tanks. Let's say you took a flight, it was a mess.
Yeah, and I know this is more headline news. I'm going to get into some of the business news of it in a second, but 1,300 flights, about 2.7% of all flights were canceled this weekend. 14,000 delays. American and Delta are the worst culprits, so think about that for your Labor Day or any other holiday coming up. They seem to struggle the most. It was great because we flew a lot of people. It wasn't as bad as Memorial Day, so the 4th of July weekend was better, but it was still pretty problematic for a lot of Americans. What got me is the excuses that were made is not a lot of depth in pilots, i.e. the bench to call up on when there's an emergency of a flight canceled. Can we get another crew in? But also the air traffic controllers, ATCs. The international airport in New Jersey has only got 50% of staff there. So they're canceling lots of flights because they can't count how many birds are up in the sky. And I think that's kind of important.
Yeah.
So there's labor shortages in air traffic controllers. So maybe I'll push my kids to be ATCs because there's good money in directing flights, and that's not going to go away anytime soon.
Oh, good job opportunity. All right, thank you, Rob. If you have a question for Rob, you can email him or reach him on Facebook or Twitter. We'll see you.